Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Alvin from Alvin S1 Music here again today. And one of the things that I really love to do and to help you out with your writing process and even my writing process is to tinker around with some of the tools available to you, whether it's in your DAW or some sort of hack that we come across and learn, and try it out and see if it actually helps generate more musical ideas or at least improve your workflow in coming up with music really quickly. Today I have something very kind of interesting that I want to share. It is the ability to use the vocal recording of your whistling or your singing and seeing if you can extract that into MIDI, and then from MIDI we can turn that into an orchestral melody line. So I'm going to be trying that out today for the first time. Join me in the next few minutes and we'll see what we can do. Okay, so here we have my DAW loaded up, and I've got, let's see, just a simple template here. I've got Spitfire Albion 1 and Spitfire Abbey Road 1, a couple pianos, and the main thing here for this video is the microphone, which I have here, my trusty Rode NT1A, and I'm just gonna start off with maybe a chord progression, just for the purpose of this. I was playing around with some Creed deleted scenes and scoring some Rocky themes, so maybe I'll do some of that and I'll sing kind of the melody main line there just to give you an idea of what you could do. So I did this a bit earlier here, maybe just for speed. I'll just use Albion 1 for now. So I will use, let's see, just the strings long here. So the patch sounds something like this. Okay, so the chord progression is pretty easy. It is C major 7, and then you keep going down to B minor 7, and the A minor 7, and then to G major 7. So pretty straightforward, and you just keep doing that. So yeah, let's just record that in here. Okay, there we go. So we got some bass notes, and with Albion 1 it's super easy. We've got everything, including the cellos and double basses, all in one single patch. So this is the power of sketching really quickly, and just so it doesn't sound terribly like just pure a single velocity and modulation, I'm going to do something like this.
Again, that is a quick, dirty hack for now, just to show how you can kind of make it sound like the legato, smooth bow lines of what a player might do. And you can run.
Anyway, it's probably good enough. Let's hear what it sounds like. Okay. Okay, so I think that's sounding pretty good for our very basic chord progression here with the strings. And then on top of that, I think I'm just going to go ahead and try out what we're here to do, which is to see if we can sing out loud a melodic line and extract the MIDI information to use for other instruments and not just our singing voice. So here we go. Let's give this a try. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. It's here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, so you get the idea. I have my voice. I'm just gonna double click on the wave clip, and on the very left you want to look at the VariAudio section, and if you click on this little play button, it's incredibly fast and it'll already show you all your notes here. Let me do that again. That it has figured out based on your singing. What's really cool is that you can also see the lines of exactly where you were a bit off pitch and come back, and you know, sometimes you have vibrato. That's that little white line there. And you can also tell that a lot of these notes, which kind of look like MIDI notes already, are a little bit off from where the actual notes are in this piano roll. That's a bit of a sign that you're a bit pitchy. So yeah, again, I'm not the best singer in the world, so we'll make do. Now, because I'm not the best singer in the world, I am gonna cheat a little bit here using the very awesome VariAudio features here, where I've just Control A selected all the notes that it has figured out, and I'm gonna say quantize pitch. So if I do that, you'll see them start to snap to be exactly fitting within the notes. So I'm neither flat nor I'm sharp. And the other thing you can do is, if you don't want all these little micro bends in your vocals, you can also straighten out that curve, and I'll let you hear the difference now. Okay, so that's already sounding a little bit better than the original, where I was a bit pitchy here and there, just a bit in between the semitones. However, I think we have a problem somewhere over here. Let me see if I can figure out exactly which notes did not make any sense here. Let me see if I can... Okay, this sounds a bit off. So A sharp is not in the key that I'm looking for. Let's just try it out. I think it's higher. There we go. Yeah, it's actually a D. So it just like when you quantize things, it moves left or right to the correct quantized beat. In this case, in terms of the pitch, it kind of snapped into the wrong note here. That's how far off my singing was. So we've put it back to B2 now. The other thing is, I don't think this was actually meant to be... I don't think it's actually meant to be two notes here. You'll notice that at the end, or just at the very beginning of each of your notes, this is what I found. It actually has a bit of a dip, so it detects that as yet a little bit of a different note. So you can just shift that up, or you can delete that. So let's try that again. Okay, so here is where, when I began singing that part, because I don't have perfect pitch, I started a little bit flat, and then I micro corrected it, I guess, when I'm singing in my brain up to the right note that I wanted, which is, yeah. So let me just delete that, lengthen it out again, maybe. Let's see. So again, G sharp 2. I think I'm a bit off here. Okay, I think this whole part is pretty terrible here. Whew, this is not going well. So this is already a first red flag of maybe this is not a technique that will actually speed things up at all. So let's try again. Maybe my singing will get better. I could also try whistling. Maybe that could be a technique. Yeah, let's give that a try. Let's try a whistle. Okay, so I tried my best to limit the amount of vibrato. I know it's a bit of a habit for most singers and people, including myself, but in this case, since we're just extracting MIDI notes, you want to stay away from that. And don't do too many runs and bends, as you can tell from what we've been trying to do in the last few minutes here. So if I select it all, I will once again quantize pitch. I will try to straighten that curve again. And let's see what this sounds like, just soloing. part's a bit hard to listen to, but let's see what we got here for notes. So, okay, let's see what this sounds like. Wow. Okay, so this experiment is not going too well. It looks like we're gonna have to be doing a lot of massaging here. So let's see what happened. Look, oh man, we've got like double notes. Not sure what that's about. Let's this. Okay, and oh man. So the volume extracted into modulation data pretty fail. So let's maybe we can just consider that the rough sketch of the expression. So based on this inspiration of this curve, I will attempt to draw something similar to that. Okay. Wow, terrible. Okay, so I will try one more time. Do 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 do. Okay, I don't mind that take, I think. Clicked on that, and let's select all the notes. Let's quantize it where it thinks it should be. Get rid of those curves I don't like. Let's try that out. Okay, let's just solo that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That sounds okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, I think that was pretty decent take. We got the notes that we wanted. Okay, so here's the key part. We double click on the audio clip and edit VariAudio. We click that button and we selected it all. Earlier we quantized the pitch already, straighten curves, so there's no runs or there's no micro bends there. Okay, here we go. Let's extract the MIDI. Volume controller curve is going to be translated into CC1 modulation data. And we have just notes and no pitch bend data, and we're just going to copy to a clipboard so we can paste it wherever we want. So this time let's keep doing with the brass. I think that worked well for this track. Let's open this up. Here are all the notes. That's looking pretty good. Okay, and once again, the volume to modulation data, it looks a little bit pathetic, a little cray-cray. So let's modify this manually using this as our inspiration of what it's supposed to be. I'm just going to start off a bit higher here. So it looks like it went down, and then and I think that kind of makes sense actually in terms of the kind of MIDI data. Okay. All right, so we've got that going. Let's solo this and see what it sounds like. Okay, I think we have the notes that I believe kind of makes sense now, and I think it's time for us to see if we can listen to the whole thing minus my vocals here. All right. right, just gonna remove that note here. As you can tell, yeah, just singing. I haven't touched the MIDI controller whatsoever. I just totally sang into the DAW here, and it extracted mostly the notes that I wanted. Once I'm in MIDI section, I can modify a little bit and tweak it. So depending on how good your singing is, you can actually have this work. I guess if I could get more efficient at the whole process, and as you can tell that by the third time this evening that I did this, I was able to get something that is somewhat helpful in that at least I know some of the note timings. I've got an idea of the rise and fall of the breaths, maybe of like a horn part like this. Yeah, I think the conclusion is this is plausible. And if a composer or if you want to write music this way and you're maybe a really good singer, this could be quite helpful. Actually, if you want to hear the deleted scene that I rescored of Creed, Rocky Balboa Remembers scene, you can look in the description below or in the comments where I'll leave a link. And I had a lot of fun with that one. I actually didn't use this technique, by the way, with singing to get some MIDI notes up just played through. And I had a lot of fun. I might be doing more of those rescoring of scenes, deleted scenes kind of idea for movies. Thanks again for watching. I thought this was a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun joining me too on this journey to see if we can hack our workflow and come up with more creative ideas by using this wave to MIDI conversion and entering in notes really fast. So if you like this kind of thing, please hit the like button and subscribe, and let me know what else you'd like to see from me in the future if you have any comments. Thanks once again, and I'll see you in the next video.